Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to day 9 of the What's on Tap Advent Calendar.
Did you say 9?
9. It would be funny if this is a German beer.
That's for me to know and you to find out.
Yes, we have a beer from Martin. Oh, it is not. It is an American beer.
Yes, it is.
It is a German style. It is a Pilsner made with New Zealand hops from crookedstave.
That's pretty fun, right?
It is fun. It is a New Zealand style Pilsner.
I figured Stefan likes Pilsners.
I do
and
like
he
Pilsner.
likes crookedstave.
I do like crookedstave.
So it's a good Christmas present.
It is a win-win.
Yeah.
Win on both fronts. Let's open this bad boy up and get into it.
I hope it's good.
Otherwise, it will.
Otherwise, it's a bad present.
It's coal. It's coal in your stocking. But does it say what kind of New Zealand hops?
Because presents aren't judged on thought. They're judged on like monetary value or quality, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I judge my friendships as well. What is the monetary value or what is the quality of the gift that I am being given?
Exactly. What do I get in either money or power or influence by this friendship?
That's how I basically judge all of my relationships.
Exactly. New Zealand. I'll try to find out.
See if we can find out. Oh, there's a bit.
It doesn't say.
Well, they wrote a paragraph about it on Untapped, and they don't mention the New Zealand style hops.
A twist on a classic German style. This Pilsner is brewed and lightly dry hopped with the citrusy tropical hops from New Zealand. Hand selected by our very own brew team each year. Clean and crisp, yet expressive and unique.
So, Rawaka, because that's the New Zealand hops, right?
Yeah,
not South American.
Waiti, it's also
Waiti,
New
yeah,
Zealand.
yeah.
We can just make it up.
Yeah, I mean, it smells. If you were to hand me this and tell me it was a Pilsner, I would not get Pilsner off of the nose.
It's very citrusy.
Because you do get that New Zealand hops off of the aroma. It smells really nice. It's kind of like almost like a cereal kind of smell, like a fruity cereal.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah,
Let's try it.
Cheers. And the color is very hazy. It's not a filtered lager.
I think some of the maltiness of the Pilsner really cuts through the hops.
Mm-hmm.
How strong? 5.4. I could have guessed 4.
Yeah,
just by
it's very, very light, very drinkable, kind of. Very simple, refreshing. There's a little bit of residual sweetness at the end.
Yeah, which I would connect with the Pilsner.
Yeah. This is really nice. I quite enjoy this. It's a lot of fun. Because quite often when you see these, I would call them India Pale lagers, I find them to be almost like kind of like a pale ale, kind of like a weak session style IPA sometimes, and they're not my favorite. I'd rather just have a lager or an IPA.
Yeah.
I don't really need a hoppy lager or Pilsner. But I think this one's really nicely balanced. You're getting a lot of that hoppy, bright notes on the front end. A little bit of the cereal-y from the Pilsner malts, and then kind of a sweet finish at the end.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's very pleasant. After you've taken a photo of this, we need to investigate because it looks like there's another crookedstave beer on the
they
can.
put the can underneath?
Underneath the label?
Yeah.
It looks like it's been double labeled.
It looks like they reused a can because they were out. It's like, this is a one-off thing. We're not going to print new cans for this. So we're going to put it on top of like a rosé or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. After you've taken a photo, we'll dig into it.
Yeah, it's been pretty nice. There's not a lot to say about this one though.
What would you give it?
I would give it a 3.75.
That's where I am as well.
Yeah.
Maybe a little weaker 3.75. It's approaching a 3.5, but I'll gladly give it the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
What I think it would benefit from is a longer aftertaste. I've had Pilsners with longer aftertaste, and I've had IPAs with longer aftertaste. So I know it's possible, even at 5.4%.
No, I think if there was a bit more of a malty finish that would kind of linger, I think I'd appreciate it more. As this is, it finishes pretty dry, doesn't really linger very much. Like I said, you kind of get a little bit of a milk sugary, lactosey kind of light finish at the end, and then it just disappears.
Yeah, I agree. But this is the problem. We've had this problem so many times on the show. Some beers, you just don't know how complex they're going to be. And this isn't very complex. It shows its stuff. What it's got, it shows immediately. And we've had so many beers over the years that fall into that category.
Yeah.
So much so that I've started to avoid bringing such beers to the show to share with you.
Yeah, we have kind of backed off on IPAs quite a bit as well, because there just isn't a lot to say. Because they basically got the style down. They all kind of, unless they're just wildly bad or they're just insanely good, and then insanely good is the super rare occasion, they all fall somewhere in between a 3.5 to 4, 4.25 kind of range, and they all taste basically the same. And after you talk about it for about 3 minutes, you're like, well, what have you been watching lately?
Exactly. But I couldn't resist when I saw.
Of course not. I would have also done the same thing if I'd have seen it.
And there might be IPAs in the calendar.
There might be some IPAs in the calendar for sure.
So we'll see if we get more episodes like this. Like, oh, this is a beer. What does it taste like? Beer.
Well, it is just one beer an episode, and we don't have to stretch it out for forever. So
that's true.
Having said that, we'll wrap it up here. Thanks for checking out day 9, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.